Sometimes it's the simple things that can shine a ray of life on our day-to-day life. Sometimes we lift our gaze and look off in a different direction, and a light goes off in our head that alters our perception and allows us to lighten our step. I have, for the most part, lived my life outside of the box as a performer and a creative instigator. I spent 10 years traveling and performing in a spandex unitard with a crazy clown theater troupe. We brought our wild antics to over a dozen different countries, and we heartily embraced the absurd and whimsical in everything we did. I was rarely afraid to be seen as silly or appear odd or different. A couple years ago, I fought off a bout of depression. I was overworked and not a very pleasant person to be around. I had pretty much lost my passion for living a creative life. During that year, my 16-year marriage broke down, and this time last year I found myself single and living alone for the first time in 20 years. Needless to say, it was a difficult time with lots of soul searching. But what I found was that it was the little things that could lift my spirits and rekindle my passion for life. I started showing up at these neighborhood visioning meetings that we were organizing with this pink peg-leg polka-dot pony that a local artist friend of mine, Lush Newton, created. I was promoting creative whimsy in the neighborhood plan, and to illustrate this idea, I would go around with the pony and I would say, "We could build a 16-foot tall one of these." Right? Exactly. People would laugh and think I was crazy, but I repeated this idea enough that either I finally had to create the thing and build it, or I had to stop talking about it. So I joined forces with Lush and another local artist named James Hildebrandt, and we hatched a plan to build a 16-foot tall pole toy that would become our neighborhood mascot. After about 8 months of being holed up in a warehouse, we finally unleashed the giant pink pony on the world. It can now be seen all over town, as well as probably all over the world, because it gets quite heavily photographed. An interesting whimsical feature about the pony is that it blows bubbles out its butt. It was my 10-year-old daughter, Cora, who likes to claim the idea of the bubbles blowing out the rear end. It was that same daughter that led me to my current whimsical obsession. She introduced me to a secret world that I knew nothing about. It's happening all around you, and you might not even know it. It is a worldwide treasure hunt called geocaching. People are hiding and finding containers of all sizes, from the size of a dime and smaller to larger containers and everything in between. There are literally hundreds of containers to find within a 20-mile radius of us right now. You might take something from one container and send it around the world on a trip. Geocachers themselves are an interesting and quirky bunch of people that you might not expect. From seniors to little kids, and even whole families are doing this. For me, geocaching has rekindled a sense of fun and whimsical adventure in my life that I had been missing. It also has created a link with my daughter that is our own special thing that we can share and get excited about. If you're interested in geocaching, please check it out online. It's free and it's fun. I use geocaching as an example of a whimsical endeavor that can bring a little spring to your step. I challenge you to go outside and find something new in the ordinary, or insert something out of the ordinary in your daily lives. Think outside the box. It's about finding the fun in life. Surprise yourself and those around you. It might be something small, like a garden gnome, or it might be something big, like a giant pink pony. Whatever it is, I invite you to join me in my search for whimsy. Thank you.